Hello students, welcome to the science class of 5th standard. Today I am going to teach you chapter number 10, that is light and shadow. The objectives of this chapter are: identify various sources and uses of light in the environment, distinguish between natural and artificial sources of light, difference between luminous and non-luminous substances, differentiate between transparent, translucent and opaque object. Examples of transparent, translucent and opaque object. The process of formation of shadow. Formation of solar and lunar eclipse. In this chapter, we will also study about light, transparent, translucent and opaque objects, shadow, the formation of shadow, and conditions for formation of shadow, day and night formation, solar and lunar eclipse. Terms of this chapter are light, natural sources of light, artificial sources of light, luminous objects, non-luminous objects, transparent objects, translucent objects, opaque objects, shadow, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, umbra, penumbra. Light is a form of energy that gives us sensation of vision. It travels very fast. We get light from different sources. Any object that gives off light is called a source of light. There are basically two sources of light: natural source and artificial source of light. Natural sources are the source of light given by nature. For example, sun. Artificial sources are the man-made sources of light. For example, bulb, tube light. Sun is a major source of light on the earth. Now, we will learn about luminous and non-luminous objects. Luminous objects are the objects that give out light of their own. The examples of luminous objects are sun, burning candle, glowing bulb, and glowing tube light. Non-luminous objects are the objects that do not produce light of their own. For example, pen, paper, chalk. Now students, open your book at page number 117 and let's start our reading from the topic transparent, translucent and opaque objects. We already know that light helps us to see things present around us. When light falls on an object, it gets reflected from the object and enters our eyes to form an image of that object. Different objects are made up of different materials. Due to this reason, different objects allow different amount of light to pass through them, while some objects do not allow any light to pass through them. Based on these properties, objects are classified as transparent, translucent and opaque objects. Let's study about them one by one. The first one is transparent objects. There are some objects which allow light to pass through them completely. These objects are transparent objects. Underline the word transparent objects and write down its definition. The objects which allow light to pass through them completely are called transparent objects. The examples of transparent objects are clear glass, clean water, air, etc. Now, translucent objects. There are some objects which allow only some light to pass through them. These objects are called translucent objects. Objects which allow light to pass through them partially are called translucent objects. While looking through a translucent object, the other side appears hazy. The examples of translucent objects are dirty water, tracing paper, muslin cloth, colored glass. Now, come to opaque objects. There are some objects which do not allow any light to pass through them at all. The objects are called opaque objects. Underline the word opaque object and write down its definition. Objects which do not allow light to pass through them are called opaque objects. Examples of opaque objects are a book, a paper, a duster, a wooden chair, a steel plate. Now come to the next topic, shadow. Underline the word shadow and write down its definition. A dark shape formed on the surface when opaque object blocks the light. Now students, you must have seen people sitting under the shade of a tree during a sunny day. The shade of the tree is actually the shadow of the tree. Shadows are mostly black or grey patches which are formed by the objects. When light travelling in a straight line is blocked by these objects, however, a shadow can also be colored depending on the light getting reflected on the surface. When light falls on an opaque object, it cannot pass through the object. Therefore, opaque objects block light. As a result, a dark area is formed on the opposite side of the light. This dark area is the shadow of the opaque object. Translucent objects also block some amount of light. As a result, they also form shadows. However, transparent objects do not form shadow as they allow light to pass through them. Conditions required for the formation of a shadow. There are three things needed for shadow to form. Number 1, source of light. Number 2, opaque or translucent objects. Number 3, screen or surface. Source of light. A shadow is formed only when light falls on an opaque object. Source of light can be sun, tube light. Opaque objects form clear shadows while translucent objects form blurry shadows. A screen or a surface for the shadow to form on it. A shadow is formed if you place an opaque object in the path of light. A dark shape of the object is formed on the opposite side of light. This dark shape of the object is called shadow. Now come to the next topic, characteristics of shadow. A shadow has the following characteristics. Number 1, a shadow is always formed on the opposite side of the source of light. If you are facing the source of light, your shadow will form behind you, that is, opposite to the source of light. Number 2, a shadow is mostly black or grey in color. But this would depend on the object and the color of the source of light. A shadow only shows the outline of the object and not the details. The size of the shadow depends on two factors: the distance between the object and the source of light, the distance between the surface where the shadow is being formed and the object whose shadow is being formed. This is why the length and position of our shadow varies at different times of the day in the sunlight. The sun appears to move from east to west and accordingly the shadow changes. We have long shadows in the morning and evening and short shadows during noontime, because at noon when the sun is overhead the shadow is the shortest, but in the morning and evening the sun rays are slanting because sun is near horizon. Meaning of the horizon is skyline. Moreover, source of light, that is sun, is far away from the earth in the morning and evening. The angle between source of light with the surface of the earth is greatest. So, shadow is longest in the morning and evening. Whereas at noon, the sun comes directly overhead in the sky right over our head. So students, in today's class I have discussed with you transparent, translucent and opaque object along with the shadow. So read and revise the chapter thoroughly and also revise the cross questions. Thank you and have a nice day.